cited as one of her worst matchups.
Mhm.
Not Shulk levels of bad, but like one step below that.
Mhm.
So yeah, we'll have to
Again,
see
depending on how
how it
much you
goes.
trust your local ZSS player.
Yeah, it's always always a nice little caveat because they've proven themselves both a little bit untrustworthy sometimes.
Yeah, but we'll see how it works in this matchup. Yeah, I think generally, the Wolf is considered to be like a +2.
It's pretty good.
But that's also ZSS opinion, so we'll see. Doing a good job. I think the thing that Wolf does is the airspeed is just so. Wolf has such a good airspeed that you can kind of weave in and out of where ZSS likes to throw its hitboxes. ZSS's hitboxes have noticeable blind spots, so if your character's fast enough, you can kind of destroy that. And Wolf's one of the characters that can actually camp ZSS, which is not something a lot of the cast can say. And just like that, able to find the back air and getting the nice early kill, only 60%.
And he weaved like perfectly in and out of some of Webb's empty hops, and using laser to appropriately counteract Zero Suit's Zair, which is pretty much her best neutral tool at this point, especially after Nair getting nerfed to only -4. Oh no!
Oh no!
But the point still stands of like Wolf can really just he can outbox Zero Suit in air-to-air situations because his hitboxes are generally bigger. Blind spots, absolutely, but it's hard to deal with Wolf Nair, and it's hard to deal with some of his just natively stronger, just standard options, while ZSS is always trying to finagle around whatever the opponent's doing. But that neutral tech callout will keep Webb from letting the speed slip too far out of his range, and you always gotta be a little bit scared of things like Nair flip kick that are about 20 to 30% away from being very real options.
Yeah, definitely. I think that the main thing that you really need to do with ZSS in this matchup is you need to kind of tame Wolf. You need to. Wolf has this innate kill power to blow you up at any moment, and you need to actually make the Wolf fear instead of letting the Wolf just go absolutely crazy onto you. Because if the Wolf player thinks that they can just throw out these ridiculously aggressive options, then ZSS has to play so safe. Like, you need to condition out these up smashes, F smashes, these more like ridiculous options.
Oh, I like the idea on that, though. The most of the time you only see up smash in positions like those, but hey, WebbJP certainly trying to make the most out of all this. That up tilt will certainly do it. Grayclash still holding on to this lead, though Webb certainly did plenty of work in that last stock, and let's see if he can tame the wild beast so that is some of Wolf's more aggressive potential. Quick 32, no flip jump. Still gets back to ledge just fine. Webb is
great tomahawk there to be able to bait that out. Yeah, so a really good position here, and he needs to be worried here. He's trying to get to kill percent for Wolf. Oh,
I mean, it's a Wolf backer. This seems like it's proper kill percent even without that 120 rage.
Oh yeah, it definitely is now. Needs to be careful. Especially not town and city, sorry, with a small battlefield not being the biggest stage in the world, but starting to get a little bit of advantage going. But again, it feels like Grayclash just is not scared, which is the last thing you want in a Wolf player.
Yeah, and he called out that roll in spacing pretty. Wolf's up smash has a crazy scoop hitbox, but the way that he drifted back on that landing there, so only like the sole of his shoes ended up hitting shield. Like, just really proper spacing on Grayclash's part. I don't need the bail when you've got just a matchup like this to thrive on.
Yeah, definitely not. So strong showing there from Grayclash. Grayclash typically seen as a Bayonetta player. But showing their Wolf has some stuff too. Maybe they just didn't feel like playing the matchup against ZSS. Feeling like the character presses them. So Wolf's going to do the trick here. We'll see if Webb stays ZSS, because Webb also has deep pockets when it comes to character selection.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see him pull out a character like Corrin, who he's been going pretty frequently as a means to counter some very frustrating matchups for Zero Suit.
Mhm.
I remember seeing that Corrin come out even against like Pikachu, for instance, and Shulks. So hey, Wolf could easily be up there as like, I don't want to deal with Wolf as a lighter movement-based character when Wolf can move with the best of them and still kill just much stronger than how ZSS can, at least in raw scenarios.
Yeah,
But we'll have to see what the play is.
yeah, that's the thing. ZSS Wolf moves very well, and ZSS, like I was talking about, the key is really making the Wolf player respect your options, thinking that you could get blown up by it, whereas ZSS kind of tries to grind you down, unless you're going for like a nair flip kick or even back throw flip kick. But beyond that, there really wasn't much to fear for Grayclash. So we'll see what's happening in this next game.
Just waiting them
They're
out.
banning stages right now. Still waiting on Grayclash to do so. It's unclear which character WebbJP is going at this moment.
Yeah, that's probably the trickiest part about these stage bans that he is deliberating over.
And apparently Smashy G has crashed.
Oh.
So,
well, that's fun.
Because what happened was Riptide was opened up, so Smashy G went down.
Oh my god, is it 7 yet? We are 4 minutes past 7 p.m.
Yeah, Smashy G has crashed because of Riptide.
That's funny.
So,
what do?
well, we can sit here and continue to analyze this match that we don't know what's happening, or we talk about. Anyone go to Riptide?
I'm gonna Riptide.
I don't think I'm going, but okay. It looks like maybe Smash G's back up, or maybe they did their bans other. I think they probably did their bans other places. Okay, Smash G just went through. They're staying Wolf CSS.
Okay, that is a little bit surprising. I mean, I can understand how, like, the stage banning process would be a little bit taxing because you want to make sure that, like, oh, do I ban for the counter pick that I feel like is coming, or do I just stick with the usual game plan? Wolf doesn't really have a bad stage, but it can be something to think about. But it's just a straight run back for Webb here, just right back to small battlefield, and we'll see if he can dominate a little bit more and exert some of the control over the game's pace and tempo that ZSS is just so well known for.
Yeah, and it's doing a good job at holding that tempo right now. No stage, man, like you said. And okay, and he is forcing Grayclash to respect him. Maybe not with the potent kill power, but definitely in the neutral, able to grind him down and get that boost kick up. But see what Grayclash can find. Already, it feels like Webb is playing a lot more aggressive and is not letting Grayclash and Alaska is just kind of running over him a little bit. But now he's fully asserting his dominance in the neutral.
Yeah, he's not really trying to wait to see what Grayclash is gonna do first. That first game, it may be just the data from game one, or just a more confident approach as that shield poke on the back air. But it's looking like the WebbJP show, and this can be the problem with a lot of very good players playing volatile matchups. Is that you'll play the matchup in game one, but game two they'll adapt to you. You have to adapt back. It's still a game to play with, but you have to start making counter adaptations right now.
Yeah, definitely. And it's interesting because, as you can see in his tag for his Twitter, Grayclash is a Bayo player. He's a very good Bayo player. This is not his main character. So he's used this as a counterfeit character. We'll see what's happening. He's starting to get a little bit more going in this stock. First stock, it really felt like anything that he had was given to him by Webb. He did not make his own fate. This is a little bit better in his favor, I would say.
Yes, Seems pretty strong, but I mean, Wolf is a character that thrives off of just having good fundamentals, and he will reward you for doing just that. So as long as Grayclash doesn't get like too worried about trying to catch ZSS, that was very close to a neutral tech read. But Webb is starting to really gain back the control that he had lost only for a nanosecond.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Grayclash is getting a little results. He's going for up, he's going for up smashes. Oh, hey. catches it with the second one, so hey man. If it works, it works.
But it worked. So
did it work though? It does seem to have worked. And he's got 40%. He can either grind him up, or he could honestly probably find like a fair Wolf Flash here.
I mean, at 55?
Not at this percent. When it was at 40, yes.
Yeah, with this amount of rage though, like things like falling fair Wolf Flash will start to work around now. If he's feeling particularly overzealous, and if Webb does nothing at all, he can try for a back throw Wolf Flash gambit. So again, only works if your opponent literally does not hit any button. But
yeah. Oh.
Okay. We can think about what might have been later.
So what happened there? It was interesting. If you watch the kill screen, you'll see that the side B was not actually on Wolf there. What happened was he used Blaster in the Bayonetta part of the hitbox to actually extend the hitbox and killed him. So if that kill scheme looked cursed, that's what it looks like happened.
Ouchie, ouch. My poor ankles.
Because it was just like, how did you look at that and you're like, no, I don't agree with that hitbox actually. I do disagree, and it seems like that's what happened there.
I mean, that's the kind of game plan that you kind of need to play as Wolf for a little bit. At those high percents, you begin to start trying to condition your opponent to play around one of your kill moves of choice. If you're going to start trying to spam and utilize these auto cancel back airs, it conditions your opponent to stick around and shield, or to start jumping away from them to try and punish, where you can start using Wolf's incredible initial dash to get more grabs, or look for up smashes. Like it's a stepping stone process. But unfortunately, ZSS just has a really solid grounded kill move, being that Plasma Whip, and certainly got caught by it.
Definitely got caught by it.
Here's the Bayo. Alright. Still on small battlefield, from the reason that Webb didn't leave the arena, but... Bayonetta, okay. I guess no better time to go to the main when the character you previously meant was getting a little bit handled, but the games were close. Especially that game too was real close. So I'm wondering if this will end up being the right call. Though Grayclash's Bayonetta is certainly nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, that was honestly the first time I've ever seen their Wolf. Every time I've seen them do well at events, it was with that Bayo before. So the fact that their secondary, maybe counterpick character, did so well, spells well. Maybe it probably did it because it doesn't love this matchup, but we'll see what Grayclash can make happen here with the Bayo. Off to a good start. Already seeing a more resort playstyle, whereas that Wolf was kind of trying to get in your face. This Bayo is kind of doing a lot more dash backs, some side Bs aggressively, but more so kind of waiting for the option and punishing it instead of making it happen. And
the mix-up on both character and playstyle may service to be the difference in this matchup, as that back air will not sweet spot skinny girl ZSS can be. So finding those pretty precise kill moves that Bayo has can be a little bit troublesome, but you basically doubled the percent at this point. You don't need to rush down, bro. Why?
What's going on there? Oh, goes for the down smash flip kick there. Very creative option.
He whipped the down smash too. That was just like, okay.
You know, it was 50-50. It could happen to anyone. Couldn't get hit with the down tilt there. Winning at ledge just a little bit too long. You know, probably playing it as like early percent. You know, gonna get the dash tech, nearly kills, and a bad position off stage, but. Man, I don't feel like they have a plan. I just feel like they're hitting buttons right now.
Yeah, they're just trying to scrap and see what works, but finally holding on to his positioning and, hey, F-tilt kills eventually. Basically, anything does. Forward throw won't do it. No, not enough on the... Not enough rage to compensate for the weakness of that kill throw. 169, man. This is a long time to be playing neutral with ZSS. Forward throw still won't do it.
Gonna be going for the guns there, but you know, Webb's been around. Webb's a little bit wiser to not get hit by that. But Webb's starting to just gotta tack on this damage, putting in so much extra percent and just holding really solid stage positioning as well.
Even if it's only 60, which most characters live far beyond 60 and 70 now, like it can feel like a ton against Zero Suit because like you're scrapping for so long with her. Like 189, like with that stock finally disappearing, like it's a long way to go. But Bayo will always natively be better at 0 than at 100. So we'll have to see if he can find one of these pristine starters. Up throw isn't one of it, but the air dodge read certainly gives him a huge advantage.
Yeah, Bayo can tack on the damage quickly. It's really just about finding kills. He's going to need to read solidly. Speaking of reading, WebbJP in that last stock was reading all these panic options again and again. He's starting to do it now. It just feels like Grayclash is defaulting to these kind of panicky options, and WebbJP has those reads all day.
Yeah, he's really starting to place a lot more anti-airs. I love the showcase of the crouch and the run-up up smash. The Mars Gambit, as it has been so dubbed. Like it's pretty good against characters that like to spend a lot of time in the air and players that like to jump. And a lot of times, Grayclash's default way to close space has been that short hop ABK, which loses directly to ZSS's crouch and all of these powerful anti-airs. You're dead. Bye.
Yeah, we were talking about earlier about causing fear for your opponent. Nair flip kick does that. Certainly able to